Hello and welcome to this presentation of Mobile2Sage. My name is Ara Martirossian and I'm going to show you the key features of our loan tracking module. This module is aimed at people like angels or venture capitalists or loan companies who basically get a fund in and then basically loan that out to borrowers and need to track that. So let's dive in. So the process is shown by this diagram here. So the first thing that happens is this is the front end, if you like. The loan tracking system is a front end to Sage. So everything that I'm going to be doing is going to end up in Sage 50. So the first thing we need to do is have some funds set up. So in this particular case, I've got 10 investor pools that are going to be donating their funds into as cash, which we then loan out into various different projects. So for that, we then have 10 investors who are putting in the cash. The money is then being lent out to borrowers, and those borrowers are then categorized in what are called loan projects. So we're going to be in a minute loaning out 2 million quid to loan one. So let's get started. So the first thing is we're going to get some cash in from the investors. In this case, we're going to get £2 million in from these 5 investors. And all I have to do is just press one button to bring that into Sage. But what I can also do is I can then export anything that I've got in the system to an Excel spreadsheet and play around with it. I can also import it from an Excel spreadsheet, which makes life a lot easier for where we've got both simple and compound interest payment terms and things like that, which we'll cover in a bit. But anyway, for now, what we're going to do is just bring that 2 million quid in. So I'm going to press one button, and what that will do is it will take that £2 million that's been given to us by Investment Trust 1, and that is in Sage. So great, so we've now got that cash in Sage. What we then want to do is loan that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loan that out to loan 1, and I'm going to give them 2 million quid. So again, what I'll do is I'll just press one button, and that will then loan out the £2 million that I've had in from Investment Fund 1 to loan 1. Great. Now, when that loan agreement is signed, we also have a payment schedule. So this is the payment schedule, if you like, for the borrower. So I can see that the payment is made up of 2 elements. There's obviously the element for the loan itself that needs to be going back, but as far as interest is concerned, I've decided to charge them a simple interest of 0.5% per month, which is a flat rate, but I also have a cumulative 0.5% a month, which is an upside or additional interest which they don't pay in cash but gets added to the capital, which they then repay at the end of this loan, which is on the 28th of December. So when I press that one button, it will then import that into Sage for me, but I also have the ability here to actually import it from an Excel spreadsheet, just in case for this particular loan agreement I want to give them a different interest profile or payment holiday. So by doing it using an Excel spreadsheet, I can then basically do whatever I like. So that's the payment schedule for the customer, or the borrower rather. Now what I'm going to do is also let the investors know what they're going to get back, which is this. So they're going to get back these simple interest, they're going to get back the compound interest, and obviously they're also going to get back the capital that they've put in. So at the end of this import, the system has now been fully set up. And if I then just jump into Sage, I can then go into the customer accounts, and these are the loans. And if I look at the activity on that, that will then show me the schedule for the investor as to what they can expect and when they can expect it. If I do the same thing on the other side, that's what they're going to be paying and when they're going to be paying it. Now, if I then look at it from a fund perspective, I can look at the fund in particular, and that was to do with Investment Fund 1. And again, I can look at the activity, and that will show me everything that's to do with that fund. Conversely, I've also got a project. So I've got a loan project 1, and again, if I look at the activity on that, again, this will then show me all of the transactions and when they're due in and when they're due out. So I can spin this any way that I want. Furthermore, at this point in time, what I have is a concept of, if you like, a balance sheet. So if I do a balance sheet for this particular single investment loan, I can see that I have got 2 million quid in and 2 million quid going out, but I'm also going to be accruing £243,000 worth of simple and upside interest on this one deal. By also using funds, I also have the concept of a balance sheet per fund. So I can have a big investment pool being used to finance multiple funds, and hence I can find out how it's been used and how it's been capitalized. But there we go, so that's now all set up. So what will happen next is during the year, the borrowers will start giving us cash interest on a monthly basis. So my agreement with them is they're going to pay 0.5% on the capital of 2 million quid, which is £10,000 a month, and that's just simple interest. So over the year, they will then just deposit that on the 20th of January, February, March, April. So I'm kind of, if you like, rolling the clock forward, and this is what would have happened in the year. During that year, I will then also pay the interest to the investors. Again, back to backing it, I'll then pay that to the investors. So this now takes me up to the end of the year, and at that point in time, what will be triggered is the conclusion of this loan agreement where the final repayment needs to be made. But before I do that, let's go and have a look at the accounts. So if I go to the loan account and have a look at the activity on it, I can then just see that what's left by the loan is that they have to pay back the loan and the cumulative interest, which is the agreement I had with them on expiry of the loan. Conversely, for the investors, it's the mirror opposite. And again, if I look at what's outstanding, they need to be paid back the original loan of 2 million quid and the cumulative additional upside interest. Brilliant. So the only thing that we have left to do is to actually complete the circle, is to close the loan down. So at the end of December, the borrowers then need to repay the entire loan. So they're going to be paying back the 2 million quid plus the upside interest. So again, I'll press one button, and that will then clear the loan down, if you like, and close their account. Done. Now that I've had their cash in, I clearly need to also pay the investors. So if I look at the investors need to be paid back the original £2 million plus all the cumulative upside interest. I'll press one button with that, and that will then go through and make those closing entries on that account. So having done all of that, then obviously one of the key bits is, well, how much do each one of the investors get? And as part of our investor tracking module on the left-hand side here, I've got the investor return summary, because that's what they want to know. And what this gives me the ability to do is to spread the total interest across my investors based on how much capital they put in, and also when they joined the fund and when they are going to leave the fund. In this particular case, the dates are the same for when they've all joined at the start, and they're all going to be there till the end. So the interest payment is actually apportioned based on the investment they put into the fund to start off with. And then if I now then go into the Sage system and look at the investment pool and look at the activity on it, I can then see that, there you go, it's all cleared, there's nothing outstanding, but they've been repaid. And if I go to the borrower's account and look at the loan account and look at the activity on that, again, that's zero, and it's been fully cleared down. Dead simple. So in summary, the investors put their money into funds. Those then finance loan projects that go to the borrowers, and the system then allows you to set up the payment schedules for the borrowers as well as the receipt schedule, if you like, for the investors, and will then automatically allow you to post things in both directions. And the only thing then you have to do is the normal reporting, and the reporting is dead easy, because at any point in time you can go into the loan account or you can go into the investor's account, do the activity, and you can then see immediately how much loan is outstanding and or how much you are due to pay to a particular investor or investor pool. Great. So thank you for your time and interest in our Mobile2Sage Loan Tracking module. Please feel free to contact me on the email on screen, or give me a call on the number at the bottom to discuss your requirements and to arrange a free trial if appropriate. Thank you.